And you know what? Everything that you're saying about they're making it harder for us. Like we have a fight, and we're in the fight, but that's not going to stop them from making it harder for us to fight. And I know that they're doing that. They're making it more difficult with the censorship, with the lawsuits, with the legal battles. They want to make us so exhausted that we give up, that we quit. It's too hard. I've lost too much. There's too much at stake. We absolutely cannot get to that point. We cannot let them drive us until we just give up. And so, yes, it's going to be very hard. I think it's going to get harder than it already is. We are up against a very real evil, but good always wins. And we've got to really search out that good and look inside our heart and go, what is the truth? And what does freedom mean to me? And what is it worth? I mean, what's it worth? What do I want to give up in my life so that my children have freedom? The answer is everything. I will give up everything so that my children have the freedom that God gives them, not the government. And so do not let them, as hard as they're going to make it on us, do not let them break you down. Continue to fight.
Thank you so much. You know, we are all believers. We believe that we're standing on the right side of the history, and we believe that God help those who help themselves. And we are fighting. And I believe God will help us remember the story. So I don't think it will get harder as long as keep fighting. We keep fighting until we eliminate the Chinese Communist Party completely from the face of the earth.
Yes, I agree. And let's always remember that David won that fight. And he won it with a tiny pebble. And he won it with a slingshot. Well, he didn't just go into the fight with a slingshot and a pebble. He practiced. He went in with God, and he went in and he practiced. He knew he was going up against the giant, so he trained himself. That is what we need to be doing every day. You may not have a really big fight at your doorstep, but you're going to. Mark my words, you're going to. What are you doing to prepare yourself for that right now? Mentally, physically, spiritually. Yes, we need to be praying. We need to be getting into God's purpose. We need to be testing ourselves. Okay, what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to endure? Really draw that line. Like, what's the line that I draw that I am now ready to give up everything for? Because I feel like we've gone down a slippery slope and everyone's line keeps moving farther and farther. Well, I don't like them masking my kids, but that's not the hill I'm going to die on. Well, I don't like them forcing vaccines, but that's not the hill I'm going to die on. Where is the hill that you're going to die on? What's the line that you say enough is enough? And to me, that line was 2 years ago when I couldn't open my business. I mean, my line was very small. It took very little for me to say, these are my rights, these are my freedoms. I will not give them up. So find that spiritual, mental, and physical battle. Start training yourself because the giant is here. And it'd be so great if we could just defeat him with a little pebble.
How beautiful it is that. And thank you so much for sharing your great story. It's a great story of inspiration. And I know millions of Chinese people who are right now holding up the white paper and protesting the draconian measures of the lockdown. They will look up to you as a great story, as a great source of inspiration and strength from God. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you for sharing your story. And keep up the good fight so your children don't have to fight the CCP, because we need to eliminate CCP now, today.